This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN Network. And joining me right now is Tim Moore. He's the CEO of HAVN Life Sciences. It's a publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you: HAVN on the CSE and HAVLF in the US. And HAVN will be presenting at our upcoming virtual event, the SNN Network Canada virtual event, happening December 7th through 9, 2021. For more information to register and see HAVN do their presentation, please go to canada.snn.network. With that, Tim, it's good to see you. How you doing?
It's great to see you, Robert. It's been a while. It's good to talk to you again.
It's good to talk to you too. Well, before we get into all the updates and everything, for those who may not have caught our first interview or saw your last presentation, can you give us that one line that HAVN does, and then we'll go from there?
Sure. We have a strategy that includes two clear paths to revenue. One by building a supply chain of naturally derived psilocybin API to support the industry, and the other by launching a range of nutritional supplements through traditional retail and e-commerce. And we're making significant progress on both.
Well, let's learn more about that. The last time we did an interview, or that we published that interview, was on April 9th, 2021. So let's get that update. What would you say are some of the highlights in the last 6 months or so?
Well, let me start on the psychedelic side, the psilocybin side of our business, where we've had massive progress since April. I told you then that we were working on a facility in Jamaica where the rules allow us to cultivate and process, because psilocybin is a functional food. Think of coffee has caffeine, which arguably is a drug, but it's seen as a functional food. So in Jamaica, psilocybin is a functional food. So we've been cultivating and doing processing work there. We've harvested our first few crops. We're building up some inventory. We've been navigating the protocols for export. You would have seen a couple of weeks ago, we made an announcement that we have a partner now in the United States, a company called Microdose Therapeutics in Carlsbad, California. They hold all of the necessary DEA licenses for importation. We've applied for an import permit with them, and moving forward on that. We have similar discussions going for Canada and the UK. So psilocybin business is moving very quickly, and looking forward to having the announcements on that soon. On the nutritional supplement side of the business, again, great progress. We continue to build out our retail footprint. We've secured distribution on Amazon.ca, Well.ca, which is one of the largest nutritional supplement websites in Canada. We've appointed some distributors. We've got some new retail partners, and we just last week announced a partnership with Woke Pharmaceuticals in Australia, that they're going to be our distribution partner for Australia, New Zealand, and for China. So again, significant movement on our nutritional supplement business.
Very good. So my other question I want to ask you about is, and we talked about this briefly in the last interview, but a lot's changed since the psychedelics has now become an industry. Very reminiscent to, I remember when cannabis came about, and it seemed like there was a flock to it. And then afterwards, it was kind of like, all right, show me what do you got. So where are we at right now in the tenor that you've sensed from investors about the psychedelics industry right now?
Yeah, it's a good observation that you make, that there are some parallels to what happened in cannabis. In the last 12 months, what we've seen is, like the Oklahoma land rush on psychedelics, where there's been literally hundreds of companies launch in the space. Many of them have gone public. There's a bunch more that haven't gone public that, I've had conversations with, and they have aspirations to go public. The investor aptitude right now is one of hesitation. There was a lot of money available 6, 8, 10 months ago. And now investors are kind of slowing down and saying, wait a minute, we've heard a lot of rhetoric. We've heard people talk about what they're going to do, but we haven't seen a lot of it being done. So show me what you're doing. And that's why it's been so important for us at HAVN Life to be focused on execution, to secure these supply agreements, to secure distribution, to get ready to export from Jamaica, to find a partner in the US that can import. And we want to show people that we're actually executing against that business plan, that all of the public statements we've made, whether it was in our prospectus or otherwise, we're very focused on that execution. I think that's what investors need to see more of in this space. The other thing that I think you're going to see is a consolidation. Let's say there's 300 or 350 companies that have gone public in the space. There won't be 300 companies in this space in 3 years. there's going to be consolidation, there's going to be failures. And simply because there's just not enough money to support that much work by that many companies.
I was on mute when I said it, but wow. Right. Like, I mean, but that's what happens, right? New industry, you know, where there's opportunity, you know, that the entrepreneurs are going to go there. So it only makes sense. So before I let you go here today, you know, from what you can tell us, I asked you the same question back in April. So I have to ask it again because it's, you know, a lot's happened since then. But what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts now going into 2022?
The next milestone on our psychedelics will be the successful importation of a restricted compound into Canada and or the United States. We need to have that happen, and soon, so we can start fulfilling our supply agreements. So you should look for that to happen in the coming months. The biggest catalyst on our nutritional supplement side will be some material transformation in our sales revenue, where we can start reporting consequential revenue. And then at some point, we'll be able to start providing guidance to the market on what future quarters will look like. So that's going to be different. We've been, you know, we continue to talk about being pre-revenue. We have sales at this point, but I'd say they're inconsequential until there's something, right? But we're making moves to make those numbers consequential and projectable. So that's what's coming next.
Very good. Well, Tim, with that, where can our audience go and find more information on HAVN Life Sciences?
Website's right above my head here, havnlife.com. Reach out. And if somebody wants to get a hold of me, you can find me through there. Just send in a question or comment through the website and you'll get an answer from me.
Very good. Well, Tim, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And I look forward to our next update.
Thanks, Robert. See you again soon.
See you again.